going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Oe, and today I'm going to be continuing my Monsterverse movie reviews. This time I'm going to be reviewing Kong Skull Island, directed by Jordan Vogt Roberts back in 2017. And this might be my second favorite Monsterverse movie. You guys know me, I'm a Godzilla fanboy. I'm a huge Godzilla fanboy, but I enjoyed this movie way more than Godzilla 2014, which I already reviewed that movie, and I honestly wish I would have gave that movie a lower score. I gave it like an 8.3 or something. I would give it a 7.8 tops. I tried watching it again, and I almost just wanted to fall asleep. I just wanted to fast forward to the end where Godzilla starts kicking ass. So yeah, I think in terms of like movie making and all the technical stuff, I think that's the more superior film, but as a monster movie, and just having a good time in general, Kong Skull Island is a way better introduction to the Monsterverse than Godzilla 2014. That may sound surprising to a lot of you Kong fanboys who follow this channel. I like Kong a lot, and arguably, Kong's Western movies are way more superior than Godzilla's Western movies. I enjoyed Peter Jackson's Kong, I enjoyed the old Kong in the 1980s, even King Kong Lives. I really loved that movie as a child. Linda Hamilton is a freaking dime piece in that movie. That's a fun movie to watch in general. But yeah, Kong Skull Island. This movie, it was a really enjoyable experience. Once you get over the fact that you're not going to care about any of the characters in this movie, you're just in it for the action. You're just in it for Kong. And I think they had the right amount of Kong in this movie. So without further ado, let's start up one of my favorite trailers of Kong Skull Island. I believe this is the second trailer for Kong Skull Island, so let's check it out. This movie has a great soundtrack.
These are photos of an island in the South Pacific.
The place where myth and science meet.
We use explosives to shake the earth, helping us to map the surface of the island.
They're dropping bombs. Scientific instruments.
I love the whole,
Is that a monkey?
like the first fourth of this movie I loved. Especially that introduction. There he is. Get him, Kong. He's a young buck. He's a youngster in this movie.
Magnificent.
Magnificent.
You knew that thing was out here?
I'm sorry for your men, Colonel. But if you want to make their sacrifice worthwhile, get us home with proof. Monsters
Oh yes, they do.
Your friend there can
I did like John C. Reilly in this movie. I thought he was going to be more goofy, but he was just the right amount of goof in this movie.
That's Kong. He's king around here. Kong's pretty good king. Keeps to himself mostly. Well, you don't go into someone's house and start dropping bombs unless you're picking
No,
a
you
fight.
don't.
Kong's god on the island.
Love the shot. I love this shot.
And what are they called?
I call them
Here's Kong's parents.
skullcrawlers.
Why?
Never said that name out loud before. It sounds stupid now that I say. Just, you call them whatever you want.
The skull crushers were okay, you know. Such cool imagery in this movie. I love doing that.
This is a good group of boys. We're all gonna die together out here. You shouldn't have come here.
I really do I enjoyed his character in this movie. But yeah, what a great trailer. Now this movie has a lot of music from the Vietnam era, and I thought all of it was pretty good. I think it got a little excessive at times. Like it would transition scene after scene with a new song. They just needed to tone it down a bit. And I love the intro to Kong in this movie. The cinematography with the helicopters approaching Skull Island. They're bombing the shit out of it, which you don't do that in someone's home, right? That's Kong's home, and he loves his home. And these mother effers are just coming in bombing the shit out of it. John Goodman's trying to prove that monsters exist, which John Goodman in this movie, a lot of great actors in this movie, John Goodman gives one of the most dry, wooden performances in this movie. I don't think he wanted to be in it. But yeah, this introduction to Kong, amazing. Just amazing. And I love Toby Kebbell's line, "Is that a monkey?" Is that a monkey? I love that line. I love the scene where he just goes up against all these choppers and just decimates Samuel L. Jackson's squad, which leads to the vendetta that his character has against Kong throughout the whole movie, which he was my second favorite character. I really only enjoyed him and John C. Reilly. Everyone else, I didn't care if they died. And look at this shot of Samuel L. Jackson just staring face to face with Kong with the fire around him. That might be my favorite shot of the movie. That's definitely my favorite shot of the movie. And it's crazy that, a lot of you Kong fans out there like to, you guys like to debate. I've been in a lot of conversations with Kong fans, and Godzilla's biggest nemesis is an alien three-headed dragon with regeneration powers and electricity powers as well. Kong's biggest foe, his biggest arch nemesis, is Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson almost took him out. So you gotta put respect on Samuel L. Jackson's name. But yeah, I loved his drive in this movie, Samuel L. Jackson's character. He's just war hungry. The Vietnam War ended, they lost. He's a little salty about that. He just wants to get back in battle. So when he gets this opportunity that they offer him, all the scientists, Monarch, which I did like the intro to Monarch this time around. It made more sense in this movie. But yeah, they offer him this job. His character accepts this mission without question. He just wants to get back into it, even though his soldiers and his men want to go home. They've been in battle, they've been in war. They're ready to go home to their families. But Samuel L. Jackson, he don't give a damn. He's looking for anyone to fight. And in this case, it's going to be a 150-foot ape, which Kong in general in this movie, he's really cool. And Skull Island was okay for the setting. It kind of was a basic jungle with, you had some cool monsters and different types of animals. You had like the pterodactyls, the giant water buffalo, giant octopus, the spiders, and the skullcrushers as the main villain to Kong. They were okay. The design was alright, I guess. They look like real villainous assholes, so I guess that works. But I would like to see flashbacks of Kong's parents being slain, because that story within itself, Kong's origin story, the way he was born, as his parents were being slain by these skull crushers. Just look at the graphic novel Skull Island Birth of Kong or something like that, and that story's phenomenal. It's a real tragic story for Kong, and I wish they would have delved into that more. You do see the remains of Kong's parents when the soldiers are fighting the skull crushers in this movie, so I did enjoy that, but I would have liked to see them delve into the history of Kong on Skull Island. That's a better story than this movie, to be honest with you. But yeah, everything with the humans, Tom Hiddleston's character, Brie Larson, I could care less if they died. I really could. I mean, Tom Hiddleston's character, he's okay. He's a generic action guy, and he has a really terrible CGI scene where he's wearing a shitty cosplay gas mask and he's slaying flying creatures with a machete or sword or samurai sword. That part was pretty cringe. But for the most part, the action scenes revolving the humans was just a way to get them to die, get them eaten by animals, get killed by Kong and other monsters on the island. So I was okay with that. It's typical B-movie action horror stuff, which I'm okay with that. Yeah, but everything with, the star character, which is Kong, I loved in this movie. The visuals with him, the way he acted, the way he moved. You really felt like this was his home, and he's just doing whatever it takes to protect it. If there's assholes coming in bombing them, he's gonna let you know, hey, quit that shit. Cut that shit out. And skull crushers are gonna come in, terrorize the land. He's gonna take care of them, which he does. So yeah, I loved Kong Skull Island. I could watch this movie again, to be honest with you. The pacing's all right. It's like I said, it's typical action B horror monster stuff. So it's very reminiscent of stuff from the 90s, 80s. All the old school stuff. I like this movie a lot. I thought it was a great introduction to the Monsterverse, especially with that Easter egg scene at the end, that end zinger that builds up to Godzilla King of the Monsters and Godzilla vs. Kong. You get Monarch showing Tom Hiddleston and Brie Larson's character like, hey, he ain't the only thing, and Skull Island ain't the only thing in this world. We got bigger problems, and it has those cave paintings of all the titans, all the popular titans like Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, King Ghidorah, and the rivalries that exist with these titans with Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, Godzilla versus Kong. That was one of my favorite parts of the movie, the build up to the universe. But I really loved this Easter egg. It was probably one of the best Easter egg scenes I've ever seen, and I'm completely being honest with you. The way it builds up this universe, and you know that all these classic Toho Titans are coming to this universe. It gave me goosebumps, especially with the cave paintings with Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah and him versus Kong. That was great build-up. So yeah, I really love Kong Skull Island. I could care less about the characters, so having them be hollow avatars just to get us through the movie, I was fine with that. It was about Kong and Skull Island and the monsters, and I thought they did a good job with that part. I'm gonna have to give Kong Skull Island an 8.4. So that's my movie review of Kong Skull Island. I really did like this movie. Obviously, we got one more next before Godzilla vs. Kong, and that's Godzilla King of the Monsters, so I'm gonna enjoy talking about that movie. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of Kong Skull Island. Did you enjoy it? What's your favorite movie in the Monsterverse? Let me know down below. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you like the channel, hit the subscribe button. And I will see you all again next time. See ya!